welcome to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3 premiere discussion. This particular episode was known as Laws of Nature. I'm your host, Matt Moore, and we've got a full panel here. Let's start with the boss. How you doing, Deano?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Fall TV season is finally back at it, which means Geeks Around is back with our discussion Vidcast, kicking things off with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is going to be a fun season.
Outstanding. And next, we have our new writer who's coming out really well. Say hi to Charles. How you doing, Charles?
I am doing awesome. The new season was phenomenal, and I am ecstatic to be back with these discussion vidcasts. So pumped.
Outstanding, outstanding. And next we have, well, I guess we kind of have to have him. We have Isaiah. Isaiah, how long do you think it'll take before we meet you again?
Oh, it depends, really.
2.
1.
And last but certainly not least, we have Isaiah too. Sorry. We have Lou. How you doing, Lou?
What's up?
Mexican Isaiah.
Wow, really?
No. I ain't no Mexican.
That was his problem with that name. Not the Isaiah part, but the Mexican.
I wanted to see which part is like he disagreed with first. I have my answer.
Oh no, see, I could give a full rat's ass about being compared to Isaiah, but I take offense at being called Mexican.
See, you see, he goes. He's okay being me.
No. So, this episode, Laws of Nature, basically starts out, we end up meeting a young Joey. Joey is just now getting powers, and you kind of see some of the aftermath. He's on the street, and he's destroying shit without trying to destroy shit. Cool enough guy, he just doesn't know how to control his powers. Now, of course, we end up having not named yet, at least not to us, ATCU going in there trying to capture him. And then you have the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Trying to basically grab him up before he dies. And ATCU, they're all like, yeah, if we have to kill him, we can kill him. And yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't truck with that.
But yeah, we got Daisy out there doing the damn thing, coming to save the day. That was just great for me, seeing Daisy embrace who she is and embrace using her powers. Because like when I saw her, I was like, she was getting to be good at using her powers, but she still really didn't have them under complete control. This is a strong, confident Daisy we're seeing in the opening, and just this opening scene before the title card even hits. Fully in command of her powers, fully in command of her abilities, and the authority that she has as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. It's really, really awesome to see.
Yes,
something I was reading about that is you end up having, between Season 1 and by the time Season 2 premieres, you have Hacker Sky. You have Hacker Sky become like Super Agent Girl Sky. In Season 2, like at the beginning of Season 2, she already is rocking it as an agent, and then the difference between Season 2 and Season 3, she's Daisy now, but she's now rocking it as basically a superhero.
Exactly.
And so if she continues progressing like this, she's going to be freaking running the Avengers in 2 more seasons.
Yeah, pretty much, because man, she's amazing. Like, wow, seeing her from Season 1, now Season 3, there's a big difference now.
All right.
The powers, but
there is one thing I have to ask the panel. All right, Matt, when you were talking about those
42.
God damn it, Matt, this is not Hitchhiker's Guide. But no, with what was going on at the beginning of the episode with Joey, those people, those like commandos and all that, you called them the AC or something or whatever. What is that?
It's the organization that the president was talking about when it came on screen later on in the episode.
Right. It was pretty much a secret.
I must have missed it.
Really?
Because
from what I remember from the episode that I watched, is that what that organization was not mentioned. The name or even the the abbreviation. None of it was mentioned. All we know is that they were just interested in hunting down Inhumans.
No,
that was true. That was true until the president actually
came out.
actually mentioned them on the TV.
Well, I wasn't even really paying attention to the president's speech at the end.
Wow, really?
I guess not.
Wow.
Damn, dude, that was setting up Civil War for you.
Exactly. It's like X-Men right there, but it's not X-Men. It's just Inhumans.
Well, then it's still on my DVR. I'll rewatch it when I'm done here.
Wow, Whedon. You disappoint me so much. You disappoint me.
Well, your disappointment I don't really care about.
That's true, but in today you have to care.
See, Isaiah, he was too busy chucking the weed.
Chucking the weed in.
Oh.
No, he's weed in with the weed in.
Chucking the weed in.
There you go.
Oh, sorry, Lou. What was that you said?
Hey,
I just gave him a shout out.
By the way, there's something that I have to say. Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
and I got.
Yeah.
I got the new pin.
Yeah.
I like it. You guys have seen it. The viewers have not. So.
And since you brought it up, since you brought up Hydra in general, it's like, I mean, I don't know if I'm jumping ahead of you a little bit here, but it's like it's not something that's like happened in this episode. It's more about what didn't happen in this episode. Conspicuous by their absence in this episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there's only two characters we did not see: Melinda May and Grant Ward. Now it's like we know Grant Ward is off somewhere in the shadows. He's the only Hydra head left, and from previews and in various interviews with the cast, is like I understand that she's supposed to be a pretty major player, or Hydra rather is supposed to be a pretty major player this season. I'm kind of wondering how that's gonna reveal itself. And where the fuck is Melinda?
Right, where is she?
Well, that's just it. Is Melinda's still on vacation? She's still like hanging out with Andrew, like getting her swerve on. Melinda's getting her groove back.
Oh man, that sounds like a really bad '90s movie.
It was really bad.
Oh my god!
That's what
Oh my god!
Fuck off, Whedon. You know that? Just fuck off.
It was a really bad movie.
Unbelievable.
You failed me again. You failed me again.
To be fair, the original movie was about black folks, so we can understand why Charles would have no knowledge of the movie whatsoever.
Exactly.
I guess. Oh.
Wow.
Let's face it,
Well, I'm sorry.
This hangout has the most black people he's seen in 6 months.
Right.
My neighborhood's pretty abundant in the white folk.
Yeah.
Oh, you get the flag too. You got the flag too, man. Don't forget it. You got the flag.
So, all right. So we have Joey, who is now in his anti-superpower room, and can I just say that room was freaking luxurious? That was a nice room.
Yeah, it was.
It was like,
I mean, he had
this bed in my room.
big old bed. I mean, everything was like decked out. He had like lounge chairs and
cable.
Yeah, he had cable. He had TV. Like, you know what? I'll just stay here.
Basically, he's like.
And I just want to point something out. Is early on, he mentions Bobby mentions his ex-boyfriend.
Right.
And there was nary a mention of that after. Like, no one even cared. No one even brought up the whole, like, hey, you're gay thing. Like, no one gave a crap. I think that's awesome.
It is awesome because it actually explored more about his. Go ahead.
It was a good way to tackle the social issues with the LGBT community at the same time actually saying that it's not even that big of an issue. It's like, oh, you're gay, okay, cool,
right,
moving on. And I thought right. That was I agree with Matt. I thought that was absolutely awesome. Now, when he mentioned that he had a boyfriend, I was like, oh, this guy's gay. Well, we do need more gay potential superheroes. And but then after that, they never talked about it again. I'm like, okay, but yeah, Joey seems like a great guy, and I'd love to see more of him. Shut up, Isaiah.
Yeah, No, I liked his character too, Whedon, and also Matt made a good point. And also at the end, how he weaved how he came out and how his powers as well came out as well, but not in the same time period. But also he weaved it all together. That's actually skilled writing right there. That is very skilled writing.
Yeah.
I
Although one
almost
thing I gotta
kind of
bring
sort of had an edge of trying to figure out what Isaiah was saying. I think I got like a tenth of it. I think he was trying to, and I see it too. I think he was trying to combine the idea of coming out of the closet about superpowers and comparing it to coming out of the closet about homosexuality. And if that is what he was saying, I agree.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Is that what you were saying, Isaiah?
In a way, yes and no. But I said it was like not really comparing it, but also mixing it together. Like, yes, he came out to, he felt happy about it, but now he has powers. He can't really show the world itself that he's just a normal person. So he has pretty much got to go back and hiding again. So that's really interesting how it all plays out for his character. I can't wait to see.
Okay, I see your point. I think I get where you're going with that. I kind of agree.
But yes, okay, so we have that. At the same time, flash to Morocco, to Tangiers, Morocco. And we have Fitz doing his Fitz thing.
Cool.
Except a little bit more badass than we're used to seeing Fitz.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, so sitting in the back of that car, it's like what we saw here was like a much more confident Fitz than even we saw like last season. So I'm really excited to see this side of Fitz after going through all the shit that he had to go through last season. Because now he has a mission. He has a very solid mission. He's going to figure out what in the fuck happened to Gemma. He doesn't give a fuck what anyone has to say about that.
Yep.
Included.
But man, that was, I gotta admit, Fitz was like, are we watching Burn Notice? Because he almost looked like a Burn. I was like, he was watching one episode, the first episode of Burn Notice, and Mike had to give, whatever the case may be. But it was very cool. It was very smart, crafty, and he used his mind more than he used his brawn. So these bad guys were very stupid. Like, what is this, the voice? It's like X, Y, and Z. Like, yes, it is, which was a lie. And so it was very good. I loved it. I hope we see more of it. Hope we see more of Fitz becoming a badass again.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, Fitz was awesome in the premiere episode of Season 3, even though, like during Season 1, he was a bit of a dweeb, a bit of a nerd, a bit of a geek, and all that. And Season 2, after his accident at the end of Season 1, he was...
annoying! He was annoying.
He wasn't annoying. He was an interesting character.
I can't blame him for being the way that he was, because he was made that way because of his accident.
Look,
but now,
dude, he was just a
but now at the beginning of Season 3, he's moved past his difficulties, and now, like you guys said, he's more confident now, and for the lack of a better term, he's, well, a badass. It's only a matter of time before we see him basically kick the shit out of somebody.
Ooh,
he did at the end of the episode.
Well, he didn't actually throw any punches. He himself did not throw any punches.
I don't know. I just saw some shades of Coulson, because you know how Coulson, like in previous times, has been like, "Oh, you think you have me? You think you won?" Except I thought of this a long time ago, and I've already planned for it, and I win.
Yeah, he out-Coulsoned Coulson in this episode.
Yeah, exactly. Because Coulson, and we'll talk about this later, Coulson had an opportunity to be that fucking cool, and he wasn't.
Right, which was okay though. It actually was more fun to see Coulson more of a step back of his version of his former self from Season 1 to Season 2. In Season 3, Coulson, he's more, to me, he's more interesting. He's more
of course he's interesting. Of course he's interesting. His arm is cut off.
It's more than that, Whedon. There's a mission. There's a real mission. Like, get all the Inhumans before someone else does. This is actually a real goal he has in mind, thanks to Daisy and everyone else. So this actually makes it more a concrete type of mission that's going to be elongated.
All right. All I know is his alone time has got to be a lot more interesting, if you know what I mean.
Only you would even bring that fucking shit up, Matt.
Hey, yeah, to be fair, he lost his left hand and his right hand, so he can't have, he can't really have no alone time now.
I'm just imagining that video that came out about like 2 or 3 months ago, where the guy like turns on his arm and his arm just starts going crazy. I'm just imagining that with Coulson.
Oh yeah,
Well,
it's
he
like,
went through 3 of them already. He's on his third
it's just
arm.
right. It's like in a Star Wars skit from Family Guy. Yeah.
Man, he's really wearing those hands out.
Hey, he has tried on the hot dog first, so he actually goes for his other thing. So, hey, practice
Y'all
makes perfect.
Good God, we need more females on the panel.
Yes, we do. We need some.
So motherfuckers together, and all of a sudden it's just dicks.
Well, we do have dicks right there.
I don't know that a female would actually help that. I don't know how many of you, or if any of you, or if the viewers watch or listen to the Rooster Teeth podcast, but they actually have a spreadsheet that is it's called Time to Dick. Basically, from the beginning of the podcast, how long does it take them to start talking about dicks? Every episode, they end up talking about dicks. It's just how it is, and they've got females on there. Yeah, that particular podcast is at least a third to a half female.
Wow. They're so
In any
brave.
case.
Yeah, in any case.
The more you know.
Yeah, Joe.
I lost my place. All right, so yeah, Fitz ended up being a little bit Coulson there, and like basically using the bomb that was going to be used on him actually like backfired onto the guy, which apparently was the plan.
Well, it's a flash. It's like a flash bomb, really. It's like Fitz already knew what the device was. They didn't know, so it was cool. It was cool for Fitz to actually know that technology side of it, and also he knows the enemy's stupid. They said, "Oh, it's the same thing." Like, no, it's not, dude. It's different. You think Fitz is that stupid? No.
Yes. For love, yes.
Yeah, but he's not that stupid.
Yeah, it's like he's smart enough to know better than to get himself into a bad situation without having an exit strategy.
Right.
This is, at the end of the day, it's like one has to remember is like Fitz has been a little bit wonky last season, but he is still a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, and he has proved himself time and time and again, mostly later on in last season, as being very, very good in the field, but normally being good in the field in like a secondary position or a backup position. This is the first time we've seen him out in the field on his own and really showed that he can handle this shit, and that was kind of impressive. Now it's like a dichotomy that I want to bring up here is like something that I found interesting is that while Fitz took his his lab self and put it out in the field and did well there, we also have Bobby Morse, who we're traditionally used to seeing out in the field being in the lab. And I was actually kind of curious how viewers took that, because for those that don't know Bobby Morse's character all that well, might not realize that she is a brilliant geneticist in the comic books.
Very smart.
That is a large part of her character. And when I saw her in the lab coat here, it's like I was wondering, because that's something that I know because, well, I'm a geek, I know that shit. But for people whose only introduction to Bobby Morse has been on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's like I'm kind of wondering how jarring it was for them to see her in this new role and be like, oh, wait a second, what? So she's a doctor now? I'm actually kind of curious about that.
Well, I mean, that's just it. She was introduced as a doctor. Her introduction to the show was as a doctor.
No,
her introduction.
That's how she got Jim out.
No, her introduction to the show was just being a plant for S.H.I.E.L.D. Like she wasn't a doctor; she was like the head of like security there.
She was Gemma's superior when Gemma was.
No, she wasn't. She was the head of security. You're gonna want to rewatch that episode.
Oh, was it security?
Yeah. She was the head of she was Hydra security. Okay, Charles, what? Goddammit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that when you were saying that you were curious about like how people would thought because they didn't know. Thing is, when I saw her in the lab coat, I was like, what the hell? Like, I had no prior knowledge of her having any form of scientific or medical background. I had no knowledge of it whatsoever. And it confused the hell out of me.
That's what I expected. That's honestly the exact reaction I expected for people that don't know her characters. Like, I mean, there was a throwaway line in there that Phil said is like, yeah, you finally get to use your biology degree. But I was like, I'm wondering if that was enough of an explanation, because to take her and just suddenly change her role like that. I mean, it's a little bit jarring even for me, and I know who Bobby Morse is.
Right. And when I saw her in the lab coat and everything else, I wasn't surprised at all. I know she was smart. I know she was this and that. Because even Mac and even Hunter know that she was smart. She was crafty. She was everything else. So her being in this field, and also she's a biologist, like Adam said. Yeah, I'm like, good. You're putting her to more use instead of using it as a brawn, or instead of using her strength, use it with her brains, use more things what she knows without the body itself. So I'm glad they did that. I'm really glad.
Yeah, I'm glad that they did it as well. They could have eased into it a little bit better, but it's like, I mean, that just is what it is. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing this this new kind of fourth dimension to her character. She's pretty much filling the role that Gemma would be filling, if Gemma weren't wherever the fuck she is.
Yeah. We don't know.
I have a theory about that.
Well, Matt will probably want to get to that probably a little bit later.
I was probably going to save my theory for wild speculation.
Yeah.
All right, you do that.
Hold that thought. I'm going to write that down just so I don't forget.
Oh, sweet.
You should totally interrupt the hangout so you can tell us that you're going to write it down.
You're right.
Hear ye.
So, let me see. So we got Fitz. We got Bobby Morse. We've got now I'm forgetting this freaking name. Bobby Morse's ex-husband, Lance Hunter.
Yes.
We have him trying to figure
hell.
out why Bobby Morse isn't talking to him.
That was not. It was Hunter, because you don't want to talk to her.
Oh, yeah. Hunter doesn't. Sorry, she's trying to figure out why he doesn't want to talk to her. But apparently, it's because, and this is where I'm confused. Maybe one of you can help me here. Because of the fact that they're in love, they're having sex, and he's going to propose to her again. That's why he's not talking to her.
That's what I got
in a
from
sense,
that as well. Yeah. But the thing is, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, exactly. Again, it's like,
Well, you gotta remember, Hunter's fallback and not being with Bobby itself, not because she was a spy, it's part of that part, but he can't really hold on to things that actually is real. In the sense that he knows that Bobby is his, but he doesn't want to go for it. He kind of feels afraid. I don't know if I should do this. It's kind of like bad luck. Should I do this? Should I do this? So he's having more second thoughts with himself at that time period. But now he's more confident he can be with her. He's still a little bit more afraid that if it is true or not. He's just more afraid what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, I had an ice cream truck outside my window. I had to mute. I'm sorry about that.
Ice
so,
cream!
Yeah, exactly.
Ice cream!
Ice cream man!
I got some ice. You didn't get.
So we have that going
Sorry,
on.
Eddie Murphy's Delirious just got into my head. Okay.
We have, let's see, Joey. Oh, and then we have the Rosalind. And we have Coulson and Rosalind. They figure out that this woman is multiple people, has multiple names. We've only, afterwards, we've decided on Rosalind. Mm-hmm. And they track her down to find her and to basically pressure her into talking, capture her, whatever. And, of course, the whole thing is a fucking trap.
Yeah,
because Coulson is known for falling into traps and not having a way out. No, he's not.
He's really not. So this was because I was waiting for that whole time, for the twist, for the Phil gotcha moment. That it's oh, you think you had me, but really you didn't. But honestly, it's their whole plan of escape was thrown together, honestly, by
luck.
Accident. But pure, simple luck. And that just, to me, is not Coulson.
Well, he's not Nick Fury, put it like that. Nick Fury always had an escape option, So Coulson's not up to that Nick Fury level.
I'm sorry, was that or was that You're going to have to elaborate for us, Isaiah. So, I'm going to kill this man. I'm going to kill him.
Oh, yeah, smart idea to say that on a live hangout.
It's okay, I'm black, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh!
No, that's just it. I'm just going to take him to Florida. We're going to go down to Disneyland. We'll spend one day at Disneyland. At the end of the day, or Disney World. Sorry, Disney World. At the end of the day, I will just, be threatened by him and shoot him in the head. Because
it's still better than Disney World.
Because he's got it all.
Well, Matt, if that's how
Scary.
There are far easier ways to get it done than that, Matt. It's like, just take him to Texas, put him in a car, and let him drive around for 5 minutes. That's a problem that
pretty much
itself.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
racism.
Never go to Texas.
Yeah, it's like now I'm looking for it. Now it's like I don't even know why I fucking said that shit. Now I'm gonna get emails from all the motherfuckers in Texas. Like Texas ain't like that. It's like that's not how it is in all the Texas. I fucking know that. Okay, it was a joke.
Relax.
Too soon.
My response to that is better suited for the Arrow discussion, and if you don't get an L, you know why. In any case. Yes, my thought is I thought maybe the subway train, I thought maybe the whole thing was like somehow they got her in some sort of simulation, or I thought the one thing I really thought was I was thinking it was kind of like a Firefly thing, where they like unlinked the train car behind and the train car in front, and they had actually gotten the new bus, which by the way is awesome. The new bus lifted the subway car like up into the air, and yeah, I was thinking all sorts of shit. I'm all like, they've got all these resources, they can do some really cool stuff, but no, he just walked in there like thinking, there's no way it's a trap.
Well,
we're gonna drive an elevator down through a train, not cause an accident, and take the same elevator off the train. And still keep rolling.
But
you tell me what train in the subway can do that? Because I want to ride it.
But if you think
it
about
wouldn't be that difficult to make it seem like you're still going forward. You can do that. Fucking they do it at theme parks all the fucking time.
Exactly.
Yeah, they do. But
Star Tours. That's what Star Tours is.
Yeah. But thinking of some of the cool shit that S.H.I.E.L.D. can do. Can somebody get on this thing for Mac? This whole axe shotgun combination that he asked for, because that shit would be cool. I was cracking up laughing when you mentioned. I was like, I wish I had an axe or like an axe shotgun combination. I was like, yes, that needs to happen.
Yes,
and
it does.
Speaking of axes, is like I kind of chuckled to myself when you saw Phil's office and he had the axe hanging up on his fucking wall. I was like, really?
But like we
that's a good point. Sorry, I'll get back to you, Isaiah, I promise. That's a good point. Is the axe that literally chopped off his hand? That's got to be like the opposite of a trophy of like having a trophy.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of the
whole.
whole.
That's a humbling thing.
That kind of reminds me of like Chubbs and the alligator from Happy Gilmore.
Oh God.
It's been too long since I've seen that. I don't remember.
Yeah. I remember it. Oh, okay. But like you guys said, Coulson got trapped. Well, to think about it like that, he got more information from her because he was trapped. Because they got into that pretty much. He was talking pretty much casual, like, "Who are you? Who are me?" And it's things like that. So it was actually a successful plan. Just the exit plan was kind of terrible. But Coulson pretty much got what he wanted. He wanted to know who this woman was, what she was doing, capturing the Inhumans, and it's vice versa as well. So they both got their information, vice versa. So everyone worked out pretty much well, minus the exit.
Vice versa. Right.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, they both established that neither one of them was killing these Inhumans, which, by the way, is bullshit, considering that her unit straight out said, "Hey, we're gonna kill you if we have to."
Well,
like,
yeah,
after,
that's pretty much
like
what they have to.
Force authorized. That was one of the first things said in the episode. And but in general, and she has a freaking morgue full of dead Inhumans. I don't know.
We know was there first. Do that to them. We know that it wasn't her because we saw who did it.
Yes, we saw who did it.
Yeah.
The big blue guy with the fur on his back and the fucked up face.
Lash. It's Lash.
Yeah, we know for a fact that Lash is like, I mean, I'll admit it's like when I first saw when I first saw the bodies in the lab, it's like I thought it was her organization that was responsible for it, because I knew Lash was going to be in this season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I didn't expect him in the premiere.
Me neither.
Yeah.
It was like when I first saw it,
All right. Somebody elaborate. Who is Lash?
Oh God. Okay, should I explain it?
Oh God, that's a long story.
Don't explain it, because in the comics it seems that it's in the TV show it seems like it's going to be different than what it is in the comics.
It's gonna be different.
All right.
In the TV show, he's most likely, because we don't know for sure, most likely an Inhuman from a different tribe, a more militant tribe.
Yes.
Of Inhumans. Instead of being from the group in Afterlife, he's from a different group.
Right.
And a much more militant group. And crossing over from the comics, what we think we know, is that he is passing judgment on these Inhumans.
Yeah,
if you're not good enough in his mind to be an Inhuman, he will kill you.
Yeah, and Lash is a very powerful character too, and his tribe is very dangerous. They're like, you thought Hydra was dangerous? No, these motherfuckers are dangerous. They'll brick shit up all they want to, and plus they're not really called Inhuman. They're called Unhuman. It's pretty much they're the same race as Inhumans, but they'll make themselves different from the class, like because they want to stand out because they think humanity is pretty much.
So basically, they try to make themselves look as far away from human as they possibly can. Kind of like Lash looking more like a beast than an actual human being.
Well, he's Sonic the Hedgehog. He's Sonic the fucking Hedgehog.
No, he's a black guy with spikes. It's like, oh my God, it's a black guy! Run! He has powers!
He's a white guy, you fool.
I don't care. When it was all dark, I thought, is that a black guy? He has powers!
It was blue
right. So, Isaiah, congratulations. It's been 20 minutes before you got hidden. So, in any case... So, yes, we have Lash, and that's just it. Is Lash's powers in the comics do not seem to be the same one he has in the TV show either, because of the fact his powers in the comics are energy consumption and manipulation, which means, in other words, Daisy doing her hand thing and Lincoln doing his whatever the fuck that was thing, Lash should have been able to go like, thank you, I was hungry. Thanks for that.
Right.
Now I'm going to turn around and back at you. But he didn't. He didn't do that at all.
Yeah, he didn't do that, but neither Daisy or Lincoln seemed to have all that much effect on him.
No, it was like
that is true.
It was like he said, I'm getting blasted with electricity and sonic winds. Right. This is annoying. I don't like it. I'm going to leave now because I am irritated. Because the first is like, the first blast that Daisy hit him with, yeah, that one sent him reeling. But at this point, it's like, both of them are going full throttle at him, and he's just, kind of standing there, then walking closer, and just kind of there. And they're kind of panicking, like, oh shit, why is this not working?
Hey, Matt, to your point, what if they're making him not off rip absorb the energy, but get used to it like he started to when he was walking towards them, and they were hitting him with everything they had, and he was like eating it up like nothing.
What, like an ability similar to like Doomsday, where pretty much like, well, not like killing, but the more he comes into contact with a certain ability or a certain kind of energy, the more he becomes immune to it.
Yeah.
Yes, in a sense. And
that's just Lash's power in Marvel, from how I understand it, because honestly I didn't read anything that he was in comic-wise. I just did research for this episode. His power should be like Captain Atom from DC, which means you throw any power at him at all, and he can drink it up. Any energy at all, and he can drink it.
No, he's not like that, because his powers become more powerful over time. And since he is an older human as well, and he knows how to control his powers, we all saw that too. But look at his powers like Shaw from like X-Men's First Day, X-Men First Class. His powers would pretty much absorb energy itself, but it took him time to do that. This is what we're looking at Lash. Lash can use that energy and pretty much use it in his own will, and it's like the comic books as well. His comic book powers and his show powers are pretty much identical at times. Not like all the way powerful, but it's on that same level. It can be powerful as hell.
I just said that. You disagreed and then said exactly what I said. I just used a different superhero.
Because
you
didn't use Isaiah logic.
Somebody hide him.
Hey, I didn't say it. So don't hide me. I didn't say it.
No. I'm saying hide him because he said more better again, which is a vocabulary issue that boggles my mind to the point where I just want to bash it into him.
Hey, you repeat yourself, not me.
I'm sorry, I kind of zoned out. Charles, I heard you say the phrase more better, so I'm going to have to hide you.
Yeah, that's the way I remember it.
But getting back to Lash, she was still an awesome character to see. Like, wow, it's like they actually got him like full life. Like, because I didn't really think the show's gonna go that far with this character. Like, they're gonna go far, but not that far. But when we saw him on TV, he's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? What is that? Because it was really good imagination. That was really, really good.
Dude, all I saw was a big tall porcupine.
But you gotta get into there's the imagination behind it, though. They put a lot of work into that.
Matt said it. It was a very pissed off Sonic the Hedgehog.
That too.
Yes, basically.
Hey, he's a black Sonic the Hedgehog because I thought he had to do with a black guy.
Jesus Christ! He was fucking blue.
Blue and black, dark blue.
All right, Isaiah. Bye. I don't know that you're coming back to this hangout.
Permaban!
see, Deano, you give me a little bit of power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see.
Well, Matt, just so you
what
know,
else happens
with
this
great power
episode?
comes great responsibility.
What else gets introduced this episode?
Lincoln.
Well, just some kind of random things that I kind of appreciated and thought were interesting. I like the fact that reference was made like near the end when Phil was talking to Fitz, and he brought up the Pym incident. So it's like, I mean, just kind of references to the rest of the larger MCU is like, I mean, and that movie was actually fairly recent. Right. So that being brought up, and of course just all the other ties to everything else. Like we saw, I don't know the actor's name, but the actor who played the president on television here was of course introduced, I believe, in Iron Man 3.
Oh yeah,
so it was really cool to see that continuity be maintained.
William Sadler, something like that.
William Sadler, thank you.
Yeah, but that was all good. That was really good. A lot of good build up, a lot of good Easter eggs for all of us who pretty much put a lot of time in the MCU. And this episode was just it was like a kid at a candy store. We just saw so many good shit that's gonna happen down the road. It was just really good.
Dude, they opened it up.
Not only did they mention the Pym incident, but they also introduced Slovakia's. Basically, the Age of Ultron. They talked about New York, obviously, which was the original Avengers. They talked about London, which was Thor 2. They freaking talked about all the movies, which I think is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The place from
Washington,
Age of Ultron that they referred to was called Sokovia.
Okay, thank you, Whedon.
Hey, I just got to be technical, dude. Got to be technical.
Thank you, Ono.
Thank
you, Ano. Thank you.
No. It's like you got to be getting this stuff correct.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. You're right. There was the Lincoln thing. They're trying to get Lincoln back.
Okay, about Lincoln.
Yeah,
and
that's just it. I don't have a
like
lot of love for Lincoln. I don't dislike him. I just don't.
I don't care.
I
just don't.
Okay.
Who gives a fuck?
Lincoln was basically acting like a child. Like after the whole thing fell apart at Afterlife, he just stormed off and pouted like a freaking child.
Yeah, he stormed off
and if
like a child.
Would know, that'd be Charles.
He wanted to go off and actually live a normal life and actually just be
not normal.
What an asshole!
No, there's nothing wrong with trying to find a normal life. But what he's trying to do is he's trying to escape the whole thing of what he is.
And?
Really?
I just have a problem with that. I do. I had a problem with how he was acting. I had a problem with the attitude that he was showing towards Daisy and Mac.
Oh,
And
that was
personally,
funny.
during the whole tension that was developing between the three of them, I was really hoping Mac was going to try to beat the shit out of him. I was really hoping.
Mac wouldn't last 5 minutes,
Accomplished
though.
what? It's like, I mean, come on, Lincoln could blast Mac outside of the entire hospital through every fucking wall in there.
Right. And plus,
True,
also,
that is
Lincoln-
very
it wouldn't
true.
even be a
But
fight.
I just think that Lincoln needed to get hit. I think he needed to
No,
just be
not really,
smacked.
because again, Lincoln, he's doing a job that he loves to do, like helping people.
It's
So-
like, yeah. And
Dude,
I see where
Lincoln
you're
was
coming from.
trying to get some.
No, I was like, I see where Charles is coming from, because, like, Charles, you feel that because he has these powers, he has to, be in this world. But it's like, for me, it's like, I look at this character, he's been in this world. He's been in this world since he got his powers in the first place, and that world betrayed him.
Right.
That entire world, everything that he was brought up ever since he became an Inhuman, everything he was brought up to believe was a lie. He was being lied to from the jump off, from quite literally day one he got his powers.
Right.
I think it's more than fair that he's at this point, fuck this shit. I
Right.
think that's fair. He's earned it.
Right. Plus, the only thing that he thinks is real is pretty much helping people. He thinks because helping people is real to him, so he loves being what he's doing. But now he can't do that anymore. He's an outcast.
But now that's taken from him because of Sonic the Hedgehog.
And also Daisy as well. I blame Daisy. It was going to happen too.
It wasn't because of Daisy, it was because of Sonic.
Yeah.
He revealed his powers because Sonic came out of nowhere and started running at him.
Unfortunately.
Where are some golden rings when you need them?
Shut up. You had to go there. You had to go there. You might go Super Saiyan too, for all we know.
All right, I don't know. Never mind. So let me
just had
see.
to ruin
Other
it.
things. First off, I was a little disappointed that Coulson did not. Just wrapping things up, I was a little disappointed that Coulson did not have like a superhero hand of some sort.
Yeah. Man,
Like a hand that,
to
like-
shoot lasers.
Or rockets.
Like the
give it
fingers
time.
flip down and there's a
All
Gatling
I'm
gun or
asking
something.
for here is a freaking prosthetic arm that shoots freaking laser beams from it.
Come on,
Hey,
give it
look,
time, dude.
you
Give
want
it time.
to
He'll
make
get with
it
him or
real.
Tony. They're going to vie to make a good arm for him.
That's right. Get Iron Man. Yeah, get something.
Now that
Yeah.
Fitz is back, maybe Fitz will be able to put something together,
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
or they'll do a crossover
I
event.
think Fitz is too
and
preoccupied
Cisco
trying to
from
get
the Flash.
Yeah.
two
Something team up and work on something.
He'd make a kick-ass hand.
Yeah. It'd be the first hand he thought of. He'd be like, "You need an artificial hand? This is gonna do all sorts of shit."
It's gonna be the Swiss Army knife of prosthetic limbs.
Yeah, like the
like
finger comes
Flash.
down and you have like a little lockpick set on this finger, and then this one flips down and it's a flashlight. This one
It'd be like it would be like
this one flips down, it's a fork. This one flips down, it's a spoon. Like
There'd be like a screen in it right here. You know what I'm saying?
So
They have
when
Wi-Fi and shit.
So when he detaches his arm, he shoots a plasma beam at you.
yeah.
I mean, something.
Oh shit!
I mean,
Like Voltron.
Seriously, it's like, I mean, if he was making it, by the time he was done, it'd probably have a fucking cappuccino machine in the arm somewhere.
Yep. Let me see. Something else I wanted to talk about is something I was mentioning to you guys before this episode, and that is I'm kind of old. Sometimes I remember people by the name that they went by for the past 2 seasons. Coulson seems to be the same way.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. And I like the fact that it's like when he brought that up, it's like, yeah, it's kind of hard doing that, and everyone else is like, no, it's pretty much still.
That was funny. You guys being assholes.
So I'm going to
So I like that
apologize
they
to
do it
the
directly
viewers
addressed
right
that.
now. If I call Daisy Sky, I'm sorry. It probably means that I'm still hungover from the day before.
Right.
He's old and is very resistant to change. Now get off his lawn.
Yes, exactly. All right. Do we have anything else?
Yeah.
Jenna, speaking of wild speculation.
Wild speculation. I'll go with mine.
No, Charles. What did you have? What do you have before that?
Well, no. This actually can work for wild speculation.
Okay, go for it.
Go.
But I got 2 bits. I'm going to save the best for last. The first bit is...
wait! I forgot one more thing. The very final scene, we have Simmons running through some sort of desert that is not on Earth. Now, go, Charles. Talk.
Okay, my first bit of speculation is what's going on with Rosalind. I think that when you mentioned, when the president had mentioned what this new organization is, it led me to believe that they might be in some way related to the Accords that was mentioned during the post-credit scene of Ant-Man. I think they might be related to that they might be involved with the people that are trying to control the people with powers, and then leads up to the Superhero Registration Act.
I don't think the Superhero Registration Act is actually going to be a thing in the movies.
Nor do I.
No, it's not.
Because it doesn't make any sense. It's like, because
Well, I know it's not going to be exactly how it played out in the comics, but it's going to be something similar to it.
No.
Some sort of regulation or rules placed on heroes.
Charles, you should totally...
I agree with Charles on that.
Yes, control, absolutely. Charles, there is a website that you should check out. Check out my most recent article on it. It's called Geeks the Round. I actually talk about this exact topic.
Fuck right off, company.
I'm just saying, no, it's not the Superhero Registration Act. It is control, though. It is definitely...
All right, now my second wild speculation goes towards what's going on with Simmons. Yes, she is clearly on a planet that has a blue hue to like the whole aesthetics of the planet's surface, and then you also see other planets out in the sky, which leads me to believe that she is on a moon, and the moon is probably one of the moons of the Kree homeworld. Because I think that since the Inhumans are connected to the Kree themselves, that the obelisk, or whatever that thing was called, I don't remember what the giant rock was called. No, the obelisk was that silver thing that created. But
monolith.
The monolith. Okay, the monolith. I think that was basically sort of a bridge that connected Earth to a secret lab that was on that moon that was used to experiment with Terrigenesis. And so it was a way for the Kree scientists to be able to transport back and forth the 2 planets with minimal issue. And I think that she's basically on one of the moons of the Kree homeworld.
Well, from what I read last night, she's definitely in one of the 9 planets of the realm.
Interesting.
Well, that's just it. In the comics, they would have you to believe that she was not on one of the moons of the Kree homeworld. She was on the moon, capital T, capital M, the moon, ours, and that there was a place on it that the Kree were doing experiments and basically using it as a staging area.
She wasn't on the moon because it's been confirmed. There's other planets in the distance. There was like 2 or 3 planets.
What the official Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Twitter account tweeted out earlier today. I actually got this from a friend of the show, George Curiana, and he says they tweeted out that Simmons is definitely alive, obviously, and where in the 9 realms is she? And there was a clue. It's nowhere cold. That's one. And clue number 2, Simmons is seen running around without a jacket. Those are the clues that the official Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Twitter account.
That just says that she's not on you.
No, that's just it. Is of the 9 realms. Here is my thought. Here's my thought on this. Is we end up seeing what it says on that piece of paper, and what it says on that piece of paper. I was explaining this to Deanna earlier. Is death. Death is, they're saying this in Hebrew. Death is, what is it? Well, I think it was Mot is the word, M-O-T, which also refers to the angel of death. Basically, it's referring to hell.
Right.
Which hell in this particular case is spelled H-E-L. It's not H-E-L-L. It's the underworld. It's the afterlife.
Hellheim.
Hell in this particular case, in this particular one, is not for bad people. It is for everyone. It is the afterlife. It is the underworld.
Helheim. The world is called Helheim. She's on Helheim.
Okay.
Yes, that is my theory. Is she is dead and she is on that particular planet. Or that particular realm, I should say.
We know that when she was sucked up, she had no bag, in that particular scene, she had a bag. She had a cut on her over her eyebrow. She's been on this planet for 6 months with no food or water. So how the fuck is she surviving?
Well,
She's
we don't
probably
know
not
that
alone.
she's unable to get food or water.
She's probably not alone on the planet. Now, of course,
Obviously, we know she's not alone because she's
Well,
being
for-
chased by something.
what she did with that cut on her head covering it is to mask the scent. Whatever's tracking her can probably smell the blood.
I have an idea.
Oh boy.
What? It's actually a good one, though.
And my
Everybody
finger
get the
is
thinking
over the
copy
mute
ready.
button.
Anyways, so since we was talking about where Gemma might be, I have another idea. Maybe Gemma is pretty much where Lash is at, because he's looking for the Inhumans, right? How can he not? He knows something. He might know some more.
I just muted him.
Oh, come on,
The
come on.
second he said he's in the same place Lash is at, and yeah.
No, let me
Yeah,
go
but
with
wait-
speculation. It's like, go with it.
Yeah, but
Oh,
what you,
now
what
you
you,
want- Be
yeah,
quiet,
what,
William.
what you
Be
were
quiet.
saying,
No,
Matt.
Be quiet. There. Anyways, so like I said from before, she could be on the same planet where Lash is from. Okay.
Lash isn't. What? Huh?
Lash
Lash
is
is.
not-
I'm not
sorry,
done yet.
Lash is
I'm
not
not
from-
done yet. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
He's not from the planet.
Please mute him again.
No, I'm not done yet. You stop interrupting me. Shut up. Anyways, so the operation
Goose.
is pretty much that.
Duck.
Really? Anyways, so the operation and pretty much Lash's home base is pretty much not on a different. It's not on a different planet. It's pretty much on Earth itself, not anywhere else but Earth. If you least things you least expected, it could be pretty much at Greenland.
Did you just say he's in Greenland? Or she's in Greenland?
Well, a secret base upon Greenland.
Oh, and it's because Greenland has all these extra planets that the rest of the Earth doesn't.
It's still on Earth.
Okay, so do we have any other wild speculation? I have a wild speculation. It's more about the MCU in general.
Go for it.
But does anyone have anything else?
All right, now go for it.
I think Tony Stark's about to become the Secretary of Defense.
Oh God.
Likely.
Yeah.
Pretty likely.
Because his main opposition was just outed as Hydra. And that's the guy that's played by Gary Shandling, Senator Stern. Senator Stern. I can't believe I remembered that. Just got outed as Hydra, and so he is currently in a detention center. And Tony Stark has been Secretary of Defense before, at least in the comics. And who better to have a Secretary of Defense other than formerly your primary weapons maker and someone who can actually, be like, fuck you, I'm getting an armor. Plus, you now want a Secretary of Defense who knows how to deal with superheroes.
Yeah.
You want a Secretary of Defense who causes a robot to drop a big ass rock on it.
I mean, let's be honest. You want a Secretary of Defense who can defeat the Hulk.
Right.
And
did he really
that doesn't
defeat the
fucking
Hulk?
exist except
Yes,
for
he did.
Tony Stark.
We
You
both
don't
know the
know.
Hulk. If the Hulk really wanted to, the Hulk could have beat his ass more.
No, the Hulkbuster was actually a good
Yes,
scene.
because the Hulk made all sorts of decisions during that fight. He was all
Right.
like, "Oh, good move, chap. I'm going to do this." No, it's the fucking Hulk. The fucking Hulk does not just like, you know what? I'm going to hold back. You know what? I'm just going to chill and like.
His armor is very.
It's
his
the
armor is
fucking
very-
Hulk. He tried.
Plus, his armor is very, very durable. It can stand up to Thor. It can stand up to the Hulk. Plus, the Hulkbuster, that's no joke. That's like a fucking tank, but faster and stronger.
You know, I read something that that the reason that they called the Hulkbuster armor Veronica was because of the fact that the only person who really accepted the Hulk for being the Hulk was Betty.
Right.
So it was Betty and Veronica.
Ah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know if that's actually true, but it would be kind of funny.
Maybe. It'd be cool though.
All right, so unless anyone's got something else, we're going to wrap up.
Nope.
This has been a good episode.
I wanted to promote something for the site, though.
Oh, go for it.
Yes. Okay. So now, everyone, since we now have our discussion vidcast starting off with this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. discussion, be sure to also check out our various write-ups on the Geeks of the Round website, where I myself will be doing write-ups for the new season of Supernatural and Sleepy Hollow. You can look forward to seeing a write-up for both shows every week until the season's end.
Cool. Awesome. Check out the website, www.geeksoftheround.com. You can always give us a call, leave a message. We might even read it on the air or play it on the air. That's at 801-609-GOTR. That's, again, 801-609-4687. Also, give us an email at geeksoftheround@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook, Google+. Same info. Did you have anything, Deano? Did I forget anything? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's like this has been a long time since we've done one of these closes, but I think you nailed everything. Just keep it locked to Geeks of the Round, youtube.com/Geeks of the Round. We'll be actually with more of this, the continuation of this discussion vidcast, and much more as the fall season continues.
Oh, yeah. Next week, we're doing not only this one, but we're also doing Arrow, and we're doing The Flash. I can't wait for that.
Ooh, The Flash, yay.
Ooh, so much hype.
Yes.
And of course, later on in October, we'll have The Walking Dead. Just keep it locked, and we'll let you know all the details on
Perfect.
geeksoftheround.com.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.